back with another episode of Put Me in the Game, Coach, with your host, who do the most, Coach Bree, girls basketball coach at the Scotlandville High. And I have a special guest who we have a lot in common. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
I like your gear, man. I like your gear.
Man, I'm representing for the Bulldog.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your football career. Tell me where you went to school. Tell me where you're from.
My name is Juan Thomas, Coach Thomas. They gave me Coach JT at my old school, so I like to roll with that.
Okay, Coach JT.
Coach JT. I'm from Port Allen, Louisiana. I graduated from Broadmoor High. I'm a product of EBR. 38, living life, trying to shake back.
So how long you been coaching?
I've been coaching, this will be my 17th year.
Woo!
I started early.
Man, you almost ready to retire.
I was just getting started.
So tell me the schools, like some of the old schools.
So I started off at Port Allen High. I was a girls basketball coach.
Okay.
And I coached football there as well. Mm-hmm. And then I went from Port Allen to Baker, from Baker to Broadmoor for 5 years. And then I went to Glen Oaks for 6. And then I had a 1-year stint as a defensive coordinator at Terra. And then I went to J.S. Clark for a few months. It wasn't
that long?
Like February to December.
Okay. So let's
I was the head football coach there at J.S. Clark.
Okay, so what made you take the job at J.S. Clark?
Man, my friend, I was sitting at the Dome in last December, and my friend Chris Bland, he was like, man, you see, J.S. Clark job came open. And I was like, because they had just started the program, and I knew they had a coach. So when it came open, I applied while I was sitting in the Dome, submitted my resume and everything. And it was a process. I think I did like 4 interviews.
You did 4 interviews at?
Yeah, so 2 virtual interviews and 2 in person.
Okay. And how did that go?
I mean, it went well because I got the job.
All right.
I assume, it was a stressful process, but I mean, at the end of the day, I got the job. So.
And that was kind of going on when I went viral, right?
Yeah, around the same time.
They ain't speak on that?
Man, I heard a lot of different things, so I don't know what the truth was or what was not, you know what I mean? I tried to reach out to you to ask you some questions before I took the job.
And did I
didn't respond. You ain't say nothing. You left me in the blind.
I did not leave you in the blind. Your story probably would have been different from my story. So
we got the same
I was
story.
like, nobody told me nothing. So I was like, you gonna have to figure it out. I don't know who sent them. I ain't trust you, cause you know what I mean. I just
I was
don't
messing
rock
with the ops.
Yeah, you was with the ops, so I just couldn't rock with you, cause I didn't know if she was sending you.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
so, but I would have told, like, if we would have talked, you know what I'm saying, before, I would have told you, cause everybody want to know what really happened, cause I never really came out and said what was going on. Mm-hmm. But being that we kind of have the same, you know what I'm saying, stories, you can kind of understand that it never was a fashion. This isn't a fashion show, right? Mm-hmm. So, how was the culture there?
It was different. To be honest with you, I know in most schools you say the students are supposed to run the school, but they literally run the school. You know what I mean? It's like they do no wrong. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like if I was here working with you and a kid cursed me out or something, I bring it to the administration. They're gonna give them some days. They not gonna just say, "Oh, go back to class."
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like something I never been a part of before. I'm used to structure, like a little better structure as far as discipline goes. And I think that even though classroom management is on the teacher, I think that at the end of the day, you got to get some kind of support on the back end.
Right.
So
how was administrators, were they supportive of you?
When I first started, I felt like they were. You know what I mean? But I guess at some point, you know, something changed. The water changed or something. I don't know. Cause I can't even tell you why I got let go. I have no idea.
So you don't know why you got fired either?
No. I just was told at will.
We are at will. So whenever you signed your contract, what did your contract say?
It said that I was supposed to be employed for a 12-month contract. So correct. I really felt like even if you decide to let me go,
you still gotta pay me.
You know what I mean? But I don't know.
So like, did you do 21st Century?
I didn't have to. But I was told that I wasn't 21st Century, but everybody, I guess, is considered 21st Century for that first hour when school let out. And so,
I mean, we there all day anyway, so.
But I'm supposed to be starting football practice, and I had to have other people started.
So what was your record?
I was 8-2.
8-2, a winning record, right?
A winning record.
And did they let you coach your team, or you had somebody in your ear telling you how to run your team?
They let me coach my team, but I'll say that it was a lot of cameras in my face. Kind of like, you know, we always in the big stage, and sometimes it gets overwhelming, or it got overwhelming, you know. But I guess it was a part of what we signed up for at the time. You know what I mean? I
can remember when I was coaching. This was for the district championship at Northwest. Literally, she would sit right behind me and like try to tell me how to coach my team. So like I said straight up, hey yo, I got this. Like, you had your turn to coach the girls. Like, this is my team. Whenever you hired me, you told me, you know, this is your team. You do what you gotta do for your team. But like, you calling my name, like I can't even be focused because you trying to coach my girls. Like, I feel like, hey man, you had your turn. It's my shine now. Let me run this. So whenever we won, like it's like they had to be in every picture. You know what I mean? Like they always had to be in the scene. Like I can remember whenever we did for Christmas, man, bro, when I tell you I wasn't really getting paid nothing. The money that y'all got, I wasn't getting half of that. Like, she lowballed me for real. Well, I can't really say she lowballed me because I wasn't certified. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I'll tell you this: the amount of money that was on my salary, and I was paying down there $600 in insurance. So
$600 insurance for?
Like health insurance. Like,
oh wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so you ain't getting
really seeing it.
You're not seeing it. It's being, you know what I mean?
Right.
The insurance was shitty.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. But yeah, I can remember Christmas night. It was me, the AD, and the CEO, and we had to get ready for the basketball. It was the first basketball tournament ever, and basically, yeah, I was hanging out with them on my Christmas, and not even getting paid for it. You know what I mean? And it was just a micromanagement, and I felt like they really did me a big favor, because it's like you did that to me, and you thought you was hurting me, but it turned around, and now I'm going viral every year because, you know what I'm saying, the coach that got fired that was 18-4, and it's not really that I got fired because of what I was wearing. It was because it was my record. Y'all never won anything, like, ever. Y'all never had a successful season. So that's why like a lot of attention was brought because of, you know what I mean? So
when I mean before I even knew the school, because it didn't say, it just said
Opelousas High. And y'all, it's not Opelousas High School, it's J.S. Clark. That's the name of the school in Opelousas. We gotta clear that.
Yeah, so I didn't know. And so like I'm like, you know, and then when I found out, there's like, oh, that's the school that when I told people where I applied, it's like, that's the school where the coaches at. I was like, dang, that's when I hit you up. But at the end of the day, it was like, man, I got to a point where I was always looking over my shoulder. You know what I mean? I didn't feel comfortable every day when I walked into work. And that didn't happen until the like the middle of the season. We hired a new AD, and I mean, he was pretty cool. I like structure.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm cool with it, but I don't like the backstabbing, like people who
everybody talk about everybody.
Yeah,
and they all talk about her. Like the people that's closest to her, they all talk about her. But whenever she get in the room, like everybody's scared. And I was one of them that wasn't afraid of her. Like I'm not gonna be disrespectful to you, but
it's like
if you wrong, I'm gonna tell you you wrong. Like you know.
Like when on Friday when he say when he be gone, I be talking again.
Yeah.
But when he ain't around, you saying, you know, and it's like when you coming now, it's hush. And the same people who talking, the same people who supposed to have your back making decisions.
That's and, people who helping her fire you.
Helping her fire me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I didn't know it was at will, but then like, you know, the kids, they call it, Pozo, they say that you had a big brawl. Man, I've been doing this too long. You think I'm gonna jeopardize my job by having a brawl and talking about record? That's the smart, like kids shouldn't even know that. None of that. But when you got adults who don't know how to handle business and they telling kids this, that, and the third, it's gonna always be a shit show.
They was bringing my kids in and saying that I was bullying them. I was being a bully. I mean, it was just so much stuff that they lied. And I'm just like y'all really, like you think if I had a kid in a bra and panty, I would be able to work in a school system, a public school system with that.
I think that I did a lot. I brought a lot. You know what the school looked like.
Yeah.
I got
nobody, to be honest, let's just make it clear. Nobody even knew J.S. Clark until I got there. Let's just be honest. If we want to put it all on the table, nobody knew who J.S. Clark was.
I paid for a guy to come and diesel the field and stripe it and, you know, make stuff look like stuff. All the equipment that was my coaching staff, myself, we put it together. We did all of that stuff, but it was like, man, I ain't ever been let go for no job, and I'm doing my job. And if you see something wrong, pull me in and tell me.
Yeah.
Your first thing is to let me go, and you ain't even had no issues.
And my thing was, I mean, call me every day. I'm talking at 1 a.m. Like, you supposed to be like a mentor to me. Like, you're old enough to be my mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like how can you? Now, I will say a positive that she did. Like, she told me to go back to school, you know, and I graduated with my master's in December. That was, thank you. That was a positive, like I could say, but trying to break me, because, man, I fell into a depression. Like, people don't know this, but, like, I really fell into a depression. Then they sending me stuff in the letter. I'm not even, when it first happened, I didn't even post about it. Like, I ain't say nothing. I ain't like, entertain it, but they sent me a letter saying a cease and desist letter. And I'm like, me and my mom. And I'm like, I didn't even post anything about it. I didn't say anything.
Somebody else started that.
Somebody else started, and it just took off. When I tell you it took off, it took off. So it's like, you know, what God was meant for evil, God turned around to positive, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm happy I went through that, because it was a humbling situation for me.
Everything happened for a reason.
Everything happened for a reason. So what I'm saying to you, like, another door gonna open. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta keep going. Can't feel sorry for yourself. Like, whenever I got fired, the next week I had a job. I just stayed on hush mode about it. You know what I mean? And that's why I love my AD now. Like, they helped me through the process. So
it's good to have good people in your corner, especially when you see the devil right here.
Yes.
And then you see, all right, I can step into the light over here. You know what I mean? And it was, like I said, it was an opportunity. My first head coaching job, and I took that opportunity, and I think I did a damn good job. Those kids called me on a regular, text me still.
She even turned the kids against me. Like, I don't know what was said, but it was like, I don't know, some pictures got out, and one of the kids had posted in their close friends, and it was like, we hate, I'm not gonna say the name on camera, because they got enough clout from me already. We hate such and such, we love Coach Bree. And they was trying to make it seem like I sent pictures. I had sent them pictures, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm not finna put y'all in jeopardy. Like, I still love y'all as, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went in the trenches together. Like, you know, and like they was letting me know everything that was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like,
I think,
literally called them and told them, man, y'all keep going. Like it would have been wrong for me to say, man, y'all don't play or anything. But it was one little girl that quit because she ain't like, you know what I'm saying, how everybody was moving, how they was talking about me. Because I really helped her out a lot. She actually come to Scotlandville now. So I mean,
I think that one of the biggest things that people don't understand is that when you put a person or a coach in front of kids, and every year is a merry-go-round of coaches, is no consistency, and they already seeing that lack of consistency in their household because some of them they don't have a daddy in the house, and then now you keep bringing a different person, and when you gonna put somebody in front of them that just you gonna allow to just
my
do
thing
the job?
is, I just feel like she needs to coach all the sports. Like, don't get anybody, you do it, and you ain't never gonna have no problems. Like being in a top position, like you gotta get people that you trust. You know what I'm saying? You build a relationship. You gotta get people and let them do their job. Like, and you're gonna be so much successful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Especially in the Black community, like, man, we gotta all like help out one another. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you making sure I'm straight, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting paid, then I'm gonna make sure you good. Like that's just how it go. But and that's why we can't get ahead because we greedy. We have a closed hand.
You got this group of people who always helping their people.
Yeah.
And you got this group of people who saying,
you can get far, but not further than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you getting too much attention now. So let me take that back from you. And you messing up people's livelihoods. You're not just taking away, you're not just showing inconsistency in the kids' lives. You're showing that you can't make a decision and stand on it. You know what I mean? That's why we have professional developments and stuff to try to improve where people might be dropping the ball. But if your first decision is always, oh, we finna just let this person go, how you gonna improve when you can't even keep people around? You know what I mean? There's no reason that you should, this your third year as a program, you about to have your third head coach. I'm just saying, I ain't stealing no money, I ain't touching no kids. Help me help you.
Thanks.
You
couldn't even get close to the money around that. So I don't know how people could steal money there because you can't even get close to no money. So I know the new school, I know y'all was getting new facility and I know they was building. How was it working at the new school that
they ain't had no new school.
Oh.
I was working in the same building you was working in. The basketball games in the same 10 gym.
Wait. Okay, so there's no
new school.
Oh.
As of right now, ain't no new school. I don't know when a new school will be built. I saw the grass where it's supposed to be, but I didn't.
Okay. I thought they had a new facility.
They got the land.
Okay.
Put some horses or some cows on it or something.
Another thing with these charter schools, these people is stealing these people money.
Man,
y'all stop taking the people money.
So I got, like y'all got a bonus, like they gave y'all.
We got a bonus, but guess what? She made us give the lady
I'm talking about here.
Like
EBR, they got a bonus. Well, they put out a list of the schools supposed to get the money, and they were supposed to let the money out before December 15th. I got let go on the 17th. I'm still waiting on my $2,000.
You're not getting that, Pop.
Ain't nobody get it.
Oh. Well, yeah, y'all jack. Cause it was a lot of times where we got paid one time, and then we was voluntold that we had to help out one of the teachers. We each had to give like $100.
Their house flooded or something?
I think the daughter of somebody had cancer. Or it was something. It was something like that. Which it was coming from a good place, but you can't tell me what to do with my money. How you know I ain't need them $100? Like I gave it because of the kindness of my heart, but like it's like Hitler over there. Like this is what y'all. It's like this is what you gotta do. Like this is. Well, I mean, anybody that, you know what I'm saying, trying to get their foot wet and, at first, because that was my first year too. You know what I'm saying? That's a good opportunity, but you ain't gonna last long. Like if you don't
Like
listen
NFL,
to her,
not for long.
if you don't listen to her, like you're not gonna last
But
long.
I listen. That's the thing. I did everything she asked. You know what I mean? The AD didn't have any issues with me. So there's somebody else that had to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
The AD had to pull the trigger, but
The
somebody
crazy
else was
part is
shooting the gun.
the person who pulled the trigger on me, I knew since young. Like crazy work. I'm just like, man.
Just know that the trigger man ain't the shooter.
Right.
There's a sniper sitting up behind them.
Nah, they got like 2 snipers. Man.
It's a crazy world, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, thank you for the opportunity. And as I strive, I'm gonna strive by not saying your name. It's gonna go on the resume, but I'm not gonna say your name.
Yeah, that last year they gotta run me that.
Yeah.
I kept that 18-4.
Yeah.
First time making it to state championship. First time ever winning district. First time ever having a successful season. Yeah, you gonna run me that. They did it but you know what's crazy? Before I got there, and I'm gonna say his name because he don't get enough credit. Kimball. He at Opelousas High now helping with the girls. He didn't get enough credit because he just like got let go. I didn't even know. And like I felt bad because it was like, oh man, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to come in and I don't want this man to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking. But I mean, he built it.
I just want everybody to look at it like this though.
He built it.
If you got a coach who was coaching the boys and the girls and made it to state with the boys and the girls, you know that it's talent there. But
of course it's talent.
For that coach to make a decision to go to a school where he don't know if he gonna win state, but he coaching his butt off because he a good coach, when he could have stayed and know he was gonna go back to state.
Yeah.
It gotta be something for that coach to make that decision and just leave.
I just feel like it's a merry-go-round, and if you're gonna swim in that water, be ready for the consequences. So, but like anybody come in, I'll just tell my side, but I ain't gonna say don't go take the job or anything like that because
the kids are amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. They talented, hungry, like they got kids but you gonna start losing them kids, especially if they pass this rule.
Well, they shot it down.
Oh, they shot it down.
Yeah, but
you
the
gonna
thing
lose a lot of talent.
It's like you said. At the end of the day, you're gonna lose talent based off parents who want to see stability, and you got to keep coming up with a story to try to tell them why this person no longer here. And if you take a job there, you need to have one on the back end because you don't know what's gonna happen.
And then like with these charter schools, you can just fire somebody. Like if I ain't
never want to go to charter school. I just made that decision.
I never wanted to coach. Like it was just a mentor telling me, hey, I think a good group of girls, they were young, 8th graders, and I was like, man, I can really mold these kids to how I want to, mold them. And I mean, man, I pray they still going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they gonna get scholarships and keep going. And I'm happy. Like it ain't no hate. It ain't no hate in my heart. It's just the situation was. I mean, how it was.
You was 18-4 when you got let go, and so my homeboy, he was 17-6 going into district. And they let him go.
They let me coach one district game, and let me go. And but she told me this isn't a fashion show. Like, okay, so we had for the Christmas tournament. She was upset with me because she said I wasn't helping out at the school. I was laying around, blase. Okay, you have the boys basketball team at the hotel. You have the girls basketball team at the hotel. You have the cheerleaders at the hotel. Everybody at the gym who's supposed to be watching the kids. You get what I mean? Like, and I'm trying to win games. It's not like we just, like, I'm trying to, like, we have film. We do a scouting report. We have walkthrough. Like, I'm here to win some games as well. Like, and so, I guess she was upset about that. And she was like, well, this ain't no fashion show and this and that. And it's not about the kids. I'm like, well, how is it not about the kids when I post the kids? what I post on my Instagram, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can post whatever the heck I want on it's my Instagram. But I'm still, you know, posting the kids and you know what I'm saying? Because we was rolling. Like, we was really rolling. And we was young. You know, I had all freshmen. We was young. So it was just like, okay, well, what more you want me to do? Now, if somebody go in this room, and now, you know, girls liking girls nowadays, and I'm sure not finna put my assistant coach to go in little girls' room. So who's supposed to stay back and watch the kids?
So y'all was in a tournament at the school?
No, so we did it was the first Christmas tournament at Louisiana College.
Okay.
So, but we all stayed together.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, the boys, and the cheerleaders.
So it's J.S. Clark
it was that tournament.
But they did it at Louisiana College?
We did it at Louisiana College. So, like, I have the van or whatever. Did I have the van? I don't think I had the van. I don't know if we drove. I think we did drive the van, but it was like we needed to get the cheerleaders and the girls basketball there, you know, at the same time. But it's like, why are we leaving these kids? You upset at me because I'm staying at the hotel, but who's supposed to stay behind and watch the kids? Because I'm sure not gonna let my assistant coach, who's a man, go into little girl's room. Now that's another problem. You get what I'm saying? You know, kids are very,
oh, I know.
They fast now. They very mature for their age, so we can't leave the girls basketball and the boys basketball team together. Like, somebody gotta be on patrol.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it was just like finding little things to tick me off. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, some things that she did really did it for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I ain't ever had a like a inkling or anything that I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is, before I was told, my job was posted on LHSA.
So you saw it?
I saw it that morning. And so I called. And she was like, I'm gonna talk to you when I get there. And
well,
so
the crazy thing was, so what made me upset, I couldn't get my stuff. I could not get I had stuff like posters and stuff. Like, I always decorate my office. I had like all my personal belongings in there. I could not get back on the camp. Like, I couldn't go on the campus.
They walked me out like I was a prisoner. Walked me out the front door.
Mind you, I'm in school. I had on my work laptop, I did like a lot of my school stuff on my work laptop. They kicked me out my email.
Man, as soon as I walked out the door,
they kicked me out. So I couldn't get none of my school things. I had to start over on some stuff. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm not gonna say I fell into a depression, but like, I was really,
I was depressed. I was depressed because I'm like, I did everything. I've been working under some great coaches my whole entire time coaching, and I always had this notebook. I write down the do's and don'ts, the things I like, the things I don't like, things I want to change.
right.
And I knew, like, these are things that you gotta do. You gotta be up on fundraising. You gotta do this. You gotta have parent involvement. I had parents come and work at LSU with us. Like, the parents, we cool. The end of the season, I took my team to the Drew Brees place in Lafayette. We had a good time. We bowled. The parents and the coaches bowled. Everything was good. I promise you. I put together the schedule for this season, and I just was ready
to get back after
get at it. We got a strength and conditioning coach in, but I'm in the 21st century for that hour after like from 2 to like 3 o'clock or something like that, something along them lines. So it was like at the football season, if my boys already working out, when it was time to go, my boys was leaving. I'm leaving too. Like, it was nothing where nobody pulled me in at no point in time and said, hey, Coach JT, you need to do this, in the third, you're not doing this right, or whatever the case may be. It wasn't none of that.
Would you do it again? Like, if you knew, like, would you go back and coach it? Like, let's say you never coached there, and like you've been hearing stories. Would you do it again?
I think I had to pray real hard on it because I met some great kids, and that's the only thing that.
Yeah, the kids are.
You know what I mean? Like,
they got talent. I give them that.
I took kids from Opelousas and brought them to Baton Rouge every Wednesday to compete against the Scotlandvilles, the Zacharys, Dunham,
Mm-hmm.
Glen Oaks, schools like that. And they were able to see stuff that they not seeing in
There.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's real small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Appaloosa have talent. Like, look at Keon, look at Devery Henderson. You know, like they got some smoke in Appaloosa.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
In those little areas, it's just that we don't have the platform for it. You know, so.
I mean, OHS winning
OHS.
a state championship.
Yeah. Then look, they went through adversity. You know what I mean? Like, people do that. Like.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just think that at the end of the day, in order to have a great program, a great school, you gotta allow people to work through things instead of just making decisions for them. There's ultimate life changing, because you gotta think, I'm not from Appaloosa. I picked up my whole life and went.
Me too. I was living in Lake Charles
You know
at the time. I had to find me something in Lafayette. If I would have known what I know now, I would have just stayed working in being a parole officer.
I'm like, I was in the beginning, I was staying in my homeboy crib, and then I was like, man, let me just get a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up renting the spot, and you know, it was straight. Like, I was becoming comfortable, even though I was coming home because I got kids, I was coming back and stuff. So it was like, man, I made this decision to do all this, and then it snap of, you know, you like, you gotta go.
And our charter school is not like that. You know what I mean? Like, just gonna let you go, but it's upper management. You know what I'm saying? How shoot, I wish I could. You got people pulling up in a new Mercedes, like
Mercedes,
Maybachs. Yeah. Where that money going? That's the question. Y'all is still they still in the state money. Let's just put it on the floor. And you know it. Some people is stealing that money. That's why everybody getting low, like they paying who they want to pay. But everybody else,
I got paid good, though.
I didn't.
Besides the fact my insurance was high, I got paid good.
I didn't. Well, I mean, money gonna have to talk, cause everybody know what it is. And if you notice, there's a lot of out of town people coming. It ain't nobody around there ain't trying to. It's gonna be a lot of out of town.
But the difference is, if you got people coming from out of town, they're gonna end up leaving too, because it's a culture shock. You know what I mean? When you
it's small. Appaloosa is real small.
Yeah. And so, man, like I say, I had opportunities to go back out there and coach at Ville Plain and Mamou, and I love Coach Bland.
Not too much on Ville Plain now.
I love Coach Bland and what he's doing at Ville Plain, and I love Coach Lamb and what he's doing at Mamou. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I leave Appaloosa and go to Ville Plain or Mamou, I might as well be in Appaloosa, because you know what I mean. I can't just pick up my whole life again and then go there. You know what I mean? I felt abandoned when I walked out of J.S. Clark today. Oh,
I can't even step back on campus. And then, like, the basketball coach called me this year to try to schedule, and I'm like, why would I play y'all when I know this woman don't like me? I can't step foot at J.S. Clark. Like, why would I put? And then, like, my kids had words with the other kids, because, you know what I'm saying, they trying to defend their coach, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I'm not finna go in that environment. Like, I ain't scared to play now, because, like, I'll play anybody. But why put my kids, you know what I'm saying, put myself in that.
I heard you make a statement that I kind of, you know, you said you keep receipts. And
I keep receipts. You know I'm like 6-13, 6-14 this year, but I have nothing but babies. Like, we gonna keep going.
And that's what you gotta do as a coach. Like, you gotta keep pushing.
Yeah, like,
but when you winning,
it's good.
You winning.
It humble me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm real humble.
When you winning and you get let go, it's like, what more do you want from me? Right. Like, what am I doing wrong? If I don't know. If you can't give me a reason, you don't even know. So.
Well, they ain't tell me why I got fired. So I mean, I came out with a
escorted out the front.
Make sure y'all get y'all merchandise. This isn't a fashion show.
You got escorted out the front though?
Shoot, I had people come with me, so I had to go back. She couldn't even face me. That was a crazy thing. Whenever they told me to leave, like, and I was under investigation. I don't know why I was under investigation. Under investigation, I left, and then Like my assistant coach like packed my stuff for me. My assistant and TT packed my stuff for me, and they made sure I got all my stuff.
One of my homeboy had to pack my stuff for me. Cause
yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, they ain't gonna let you back on campus. But like I said, when I left, a few other kids, you know, left. They went to LCA. Like the kids that I brought in, and some stayed. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it is a good school. Like academically, pretty decent.
I think that any school, in order for them to be successful academically and in sports, they need to have multiple pathways for kids, because when you have one pathway, if something happens, then that kid have to go to another school. It's gonna throw it off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if they're a good athlete.
But
I never known nobody, because I don't want you coaching, you still can't teach. Like
I didn't see coach
in the public school. Yeah, you can't do that.
Coach, you got fired as a coach, but you still can teach.
Because at the end of the day, that's how we getting paid. Teaching anyway. We don't get paid enough. We don't get paid for coaching no way. So
and that's my biggest thing. Like, you know, when I'm coming in, my first job is to teach.
Exactly.
And it ain't like it's a hard job, because I'm teaching the curriculum that you want for your school. So I'm teaching straight out the book.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
well, I mean, hey, like I say, we both have something in common. Something else gonna come up, like, you know, something better. You got that on your resume. So I mean, they turned me up. Like I go viral every year. Like I done made money off of, you know, off my clothing brand. Like everybody supported me, and shout out to everybody who supported me, especially my family and my friends and Scotlandville admins and my baby and my best friend and the coaches. Like, without them, man, I don't know. Like,
if I could leave you with anything, the biggest thing I say is, no matter where you go, you're gonna have a hater. You just gotta watch them.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, oh yeah, you always gonna have a hater. No matter where you go, it's always gonna be a hater. And I heard they was listening to my song too.
I was playing it, Coach. I was on your Instagram playing.
Some of the kids hit me up and asked to buy some merch, and I'm just like, man. I started to send her a shirt. I really did. They were like, nah, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
On me. The first one on me.
Call, I'm gonna have to get some merch. I'm gonna have to take some pictures and post it.
Yeah, I got you. I definitely got you.
I got merch on right now.
But thank you for coming on the show, and tune in for your next episode of Put Me in the Game, Coach. We got a lot to say.